it's mental, it's psychology. Once you see you're doing something, just close the chat. Good day from whatever part of the country you're watching me from. Welcome back to the channel, and if you are just coming across this channel for the first time, my name is Sambo, and I also like to welcome us to the month of October. Happy new month. Gradually the year is actually going into an end. It's going to an end. So actually of last week, I was just reminiscing. I was just thinking within me, bro, the year is actually going into an end, and I was at first, just making complaint, and it just occurred to me, bro, you ought to be thanking, you have to even be grateful. I moved from not having a very good phone to make videos, to having a good phone to make videos. It's actually it's a lot. It's progress on its own. That's one thing we as humans actually don't actually pay attention to. We should learn to appreciate the little things that we have access to. There are so many people that even want to have access to such a phone and such a gadget. Let's just say a gadget now, and they don't even have it. They lack the gift of men. It's just a lot. It's just a lot to do. So it just occurred to me, instead of even complaining about how that you've not probably achieved those things you actually said you want to achieve in the year. And of course, and it occurred to me again, the year there is still a lot of this in this year, and so much can actually still happen. So why the pressure? I'm not even giving myself any pressure at this point, because the journey so far has just been good. Just trust me. So enough of my chatting. Let's just get to the main focus of this video. So I actually not posted any video last week. This week I actually took 2 trades, and there's just something important I want to share with you in this video, and that's how that I actually did not follow my trading plan this just concluded week. And also, I did not journal my trade, and trust me, it's actually hurt very, very badly, because I actually took 2 trades on 2 different days that I was not originally, or normally I was not meant to take those trades. And I'll of course show you the trades in the screen, and you also see for yourself. So as you know, let me say the strategy I use my B zones, trend line, candlestick formation, chart pattern, and actually just market structure. Those are the things, because I'm a price action trader, so those are the things I actually pay attention to. But this week actually did not follow. But making it in a way actually followed it, but my entry was not how I ought to actually take a trade. My entry was very, very poor, meaning that I actually did not follow my trading system. So I just took trades irrationally, and that will actually just contribute or prove that it is better off for you to create a plan and follow it consistently. We are human beings, and I won't want to just pick anything. I did not take any trade last week. This week I took 2 trades, there were losses, and I don't want to fake it and come and say probably I followed my plan. I did not follow my plan. This is me being real to you. So it happens, but discipline is actually just when we don't allow it to actually happen eventually or occasionally. So when I saw it happened to this, so I put the provision on myself that I was not going to trade any longer for the week, because I should say probably I was not in the right state of mind, because how would I even think or have a thought of taking trades irrationally, not following my plan? And but it happened. So I put the probation on myself, not taking any trade again for the weekend. So I actually went over the trade. I went back to watch the video I made. Might put the link to probably this side of the video, how I made 15 wins in a row and 3 losses. So watching that video, it actually gave me an open mind. I was able to see some things, and I was actually grateful to myself even for making that video. So it's actually a good thing. So let's just see. I will take you to the screen. You see the trade, and it's going to also, I made an adjustment to my chart. I saw that the current chart I was using, like my chart GBP USD, I chose just GBP USD, and I saw that the layout, everything was just scattered, it was just all over, and I want something simpler that I can just come into the chat and just see my thing for myself. You get it now? So I switched to another, still GBUSD, but another signal provider. Is a signal now or chart provider. I used FXCM now. So I made it very simpler, no much of color combination, just for me to be able to come into the market, see what I ought to see, and just trade what I see. That's just it. So that was why I made a change to that, and I actually saw it's actually helpful now. I'm able to see charts just very clearly, mark out. And one thing I'll be doing is, once I've marked out my zones out, for after each week I'll be deleting the ones that are really irrelevant and just leave the ones that are relevant. So by that, my chart will not be jam-packed. I'll have a clearer view of what is going on in the chart. So let me just take you into the screen. Yeah, so this was the chart. This is the new chart. This is the one I was using before. I was using ice. This ice here. I was using ice. You see, it's a little bit jam-packed. You see, just jam-packed, a lot of drawings and a lot of colors. You get it? I wanted something that would just be very, very simple. That's why I just, let me just come and use a very, and just come and start afresh. You get? So now I have everything. I have my P zones marked out. I have my trend line marked out as well. Yeah. And of course, my strategy. Let me use the text tool. I use high and low of the first 4 hour candle to form for the week. Let's bring it out. The first 4 hour candle. That's first 4 hours candle first for the week. I use the P zones. I use trend line. I use candlesticks formation. Also, I use market structure. Yeah, so those are what I look out for. So majorly I look for, when on Mondays I look to the Monday. So when I come into the chart on Monday, what I simply do is just mark out the first 4 hour candle, first to 4 hour candle for the high and low of the first to 4 hour candle to form for the week. That's clear. So once that is done, I come and mark the trend line. And one rule in plotting our trend line is that it must pass the relevancy test, which means for a trend line to be valid, it must have at least 2 peaks or two drops. So once, as we see here, we had an impulsive correction, an impulsive correction, an impulsive correction. So even at this point, you have this is a W pattern here. This is another. So this, I mark all of this. Let me annotate this. Coming. Okay. Brush. Okay. Now I mark all of this, or rather, all of this small one as the first touch, and this second one as the second touch. Then I plot my trend line, and that was always my first trade here. Although I did not actually journal. Let me drop the 2. So this is the 15 minutes time frame now. So I have the first touch here, the second touch here. So I was expecting the third touch to actually break, because I marked this out on the 15 minutes time frame. So it normally shouldn't hold for long. So actually this was on Tuesday. This is the first power candle for Monday. As you can see, we check this. This is Monday the 29th of September 2025. So on Tuesday, that was on 30th, I took this trade. Once I saw this was a resistance zone, it's a resistance zone, and this is the high of the first 4 hour candle. I saw price reject off of this to this resistance level, this place. This is zone, on its zone, and I was expecting price to just come here, then I go in for short. So price came in here, formed. Let me drop this. So once I saw price come here, it went to an impulsive move, a correction now. So I knew it's coming to this region is just it coming to form an M pattern for a downside, for a drop. I knew market was actually going to drop. So market came here, it tested this place, created this bullish move, this bearish move rather. But what I did was, immediately I saw price come to this level, I went in for short already, and I was using the 20 pip stop. That was my original stop plus 20 pip. I was using just 20 pip to catch 40 pips. So price was actually going into my direction, but it reversed at this point to my upper my entry point and came down, and it just kept me about just let's measure it together now, about 3 to 4 pips, and rejected. Sorry. Okay, let's just say about 7 pips, and it reversed and take our stop loss. You get it? So that was what happened. Although normally I document my trade on my journal. Of course, I already documented it as of now. Even though it's messed up for the week, I still documented it. So price actually went back and killed our stop loss. That was what happened. But normally I monitor my trades manually. But on this day I was actually fixed up with the lot, so I just set the take profits and stop loss and I just went away. So I came in around this region to see the market had already use this. Okay, this around this region here, and saw price still tanking down. What I did was actually just, at this point it was more than 1 to 2. It was more than 1 to 2 already. At this point it was already 1 to 1.5 rather, not 1 to 2. It already passed 1 to 1. Then I just reduced the stop to 15 pips stop. I was supposed to break even, but I just kind of reduced it and not break even, because I was expecting market to still go at least come and touch this place. But this was my original entry and stop loss. So we can't just still too close out for our stop loss, the one I reduced at this region here. So I was already too close out of. And the second trade was this one. Alright, so second trade was on this one. First touch here, second touch, third touch. So what I was seeing here was, it was for me. Alright, just sorry about that. It was something about like a resistance around this one, so I just mapped it out. But I was not patient enough. I was supposed to wait for the break of this resistance. I was supposed to wait for price to break above or break beneath. I was see bullish candle break above or break beneath. So what happened was that Ctrl Z, price came to, you can see it's closed still within the resistance zone that I drew, and it started moving to the upside. But I had an early entry. That was one of the first issue. An early entry. I was sure about that. I entered very early, very early. So it seems I entered around the upon seeing the price was coming down, and market, of course, took my stop for this. There was news that was the flash of this candlestick. Price was actually going in my direction, because I did not actually go in once on this because I did it manually. So I still have trades stacked up around this region. When it's retraced to this region, I knew I had an early entry. Probably my entry was around here. So you can see how messed up the week was. I did not document. I was not accountable for the trade, and it was just all over the place. So that was what happened. That was just the 2 trades I actually took, and it's messed up actually. Let me delete this. So that's just the 2 trades I actually took. So I did not follow my rules. I did not follow my trading plan, and it hurt. So I guess I will just be more cautious. No, let the emotion rule. Probably I was emotional. I could not even fathom what was going on until after I took the 2 trades, and I just came back to my senses that what was I even doing? I was not journaling. It's just all over the place. So those are the 2 trades, and my rules were not followed, and it is what it is. So that's all about the trade. Yeah. So those are the trades. You can see how messed up it actually is. So. And my strategy, I use the P zones, I use trend line, I use market structure, I use candlestick formation. But I was just taking trade rationally. That settles that rather. I don't mind the background background music that has been actually having an event around this place. So that's it. So one key thing I actually did, because it is very, very important to have a disciplinary action or a discipline, or to discipline yourself, better said, when you do something that is very wrong. And one of the precaution I took was to go away from the chat immediately I saw I was messing up. It's mental, it's psychology. Once you see you're doing something, just close the chat. And I knew if I go into the chat, it's not during this just concluded week again, I'm still going to do something that is very, very wrong. So what I did was that I left the chat for the week, and another thing was that I journaled the trade. You get it? So I journaled the trade, and I placed the ban on myself on a lot of things. You get it? So that way I know this is the consequence for doing something wrong. I just settles it. So if you see this video upon to this extent, know that just in case you are going through something like this and you probably taking it out of emotions, make sure you give yourself a disciplinary punishment. Yes, give yourself a disciplinary punishment and make sure you follow it. It's all these things is part of the psychology. Trading is 100%, let's just say 80% psychology, and your strategy and the remaining thing is just 20%. So make sure you give yourself a disciplinary punishment and make sure you follow it. So it creates a mentality that in you whenever you go to a trade, there's a punishment attached to this thing. So that's just it. Nobody's going to come and do this for you. You have to do it for yourself. So that's just all for this video, and if you've seen this video up to this extent, please leave a like, share, and if you are going through something like this, just drop it in the comment section. I might probably be having maybe a one-on-one session. I'm not sure how this is going to go, but if you'd love to have that, or if you are going through something like this, just comment in the comment section. And if you've overcome something like this as well, drop it into the comment section, and let's just rub minds together. So make sure you like, you share, you subscribe, and it's going to be a good one from there. And I hope and pray this month that we're starting now is going to be a good month for every one of us. So have a good trading day ahead, trading months ahead. Bless you.